Task Force TV, live from the 27th National Conference on LGBTQ Equality, Creating Change in Denver, Colorado.
And now I'm catching up with David Lohman. He is the Task Force Faith Work Manager here at the Shower of Stoles. First, though, David, talk about your work as the Faith Work Manager, what you do for the Task Force, and that sort of relationship between the LGBT community and living a life of faith.
Yeah. You know, our work, I think everything that we do at the Task Force is centered around creating a world in which everybody is free to be fully who they are. Our new tagline is Be You. And for queer people of faith, they're so often put into this false position of having to choose either I'm going to live my life in my beautiful, authentic self, or I'm going to be a person of faith. And it's there's this myth that that's an either-or choice. And the similar thing happens with clergy, with pastors, with rabbis, with imams, because of the policies of whatever faith tradition they come from. Oftentimes, clergy are defrocked once it's found out that they're LGBT or Q. So many clergy are serving in the closet and have to be anonymous. And there are some who are serving in traditions in which it's possible to be out. And this collection, the Shower of Stoles project, is this amazing collection of almost 1,200 now, stoles and other sacred objects that represent the lives of these LGBTQ clergy.
So where do they come from? How far and wide do they come from?
6 countries, 3 continents, and now 40 different faith traditions.
So how does it work then? To describe how it represents a member of the clergy.
Yeah, so every stole has a story of the person who is represented by the story, and they tell their story either, signed anonymous. Like we have a stole from an army chaplain, and this is pre the ending of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Oftentimes, some stoles have kind of lengthy stories on them, and this one is just so short and impactful. It just says, Anonymous, U.S. Army. So there's this whole array of stories that you can experience as you're interacting with the collection. And we travel, we send out portions of the collection to communities of faith and universities, seminaries, conferences, so that people can experience the power of this collection.
And as a result of your work, hopefully someday, very soon down the road, there'll be no need for the anonymous tag, right?
Yes. We've had, just in the last 5 years, we've had some really major wins in a handful of mainline Protestant denominations. The bans have been lifted for LGBTQ clergy to serve out in the open. So that's been great. But there is so much yet to be done.
Well, funny you should say that, because I think we're one step closer here.
Yes.
You mentioned, what was it, 1,200 or so?
Yes.
All right, well, 1,201. Dai, come on in. Dai Abdullah, what do you got for David?
Well, today I have for David my stole that I received in 2004 when we, as a group of LGBT activists from Washington, D.C. area, went to Jerry Falwell's school at the university to protest his stance on LGBT rights. And so with this, there's been many, many other occasions as the only openly gay imam in the Western Hemisphere, that many memories are here for the different occasions where I've worn this, and many Muslims have found an individual and understanding in which they can feel comfortable being who they are fully, and also being loved as being who they really are as Muslims and as LGBTQ people. So with this, David, I'd like to hand to you my particular stole and the history that goes behind it, and may other Muslims, as they continue to grow, because I have people saying they want to do the same thing now, the younger people, so that they have something historical, both Muslim and non-Muslim, to know that there's always been a Muslim presence, not necessarily always out, but now that we're truly out, is for the task force and all the help and support they've provided to us over the years. So thank you very much.
I can't express our gratitude. What a profound gift this is. This is the first Muslim piece in our collection. So, yeah, I have chills.
Dai,
Yes, you're welcome.
Blessings.
Thank you.
let me ask you, Dai, describe what it means to you to be here, to present this to David, and some of the things that you work towards as a Muslim in the LGBT community.
Okay. Well, more than 20 years ago, being gay and then also becoming an imam, that part of that process was that I had to hide myself while I got the training. But it just so happened that a gay Muslim died of HIV, and I was called to do their funeral prayer, and I was exposed at that point. And it was because of that I had come out. And from that, thousands upon thousands of Muslims who saw that event or read about that event contacted me, and I knew then that though I was studying to become a sheikh, which is an academic in the Islamic field, that being a community leader, which an imam is, was my calling. And so it was through that process that's done, and now I've had, tens of thousands of Muslims who have contacted me via emails, personally meeting them at different events, not straight and non-gay and gay Muslims, as well as last year, Al Jazeera did a report where over 12 million Muslims across the Muslim world saw what I was doing. And from that, some very warm and wonderful emails came in, so it lets me know that I'm on the right path and doing things to help queer Muslims become on their own.
Dai, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And David, he's already putting up your stole. David, thanks so much.
Thank you.
We've got more from Creating Change here in Denver on Task Force TV. Check back with us.
Task Force TV, live from the 27th National Conference on LGBTQ Equality, Creating Change in Denver, Colorado.